What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. It's hump day, and as always, this video is brought to you by Refocus Plus, electrolytes plus mental clarity formula that tastes amazing, will optimize your mind and your body and get you locked in every single day. This thing is amazing. I'm super excited for this to drop, y'all. RefocusPlus.com drops October 10th. 2 days. 2 days. Refocus Plus will be dropping. Go to RefocusPlus.com and you can enter your email and get 20% off on Friday on official release date. All right. So if you're somebody who works out, is active, or even just is a stressed out kind of individual, maybe runs a little high on the anxiety level, Refocus Plus is definitely going to mellow you out. And for a lot of people who deal with anxiety and mental health situations, being hydrated can be the first thing that you could do that can dramatically change things. I know firsthand, stress levels, everything can really be helped through hydration alone. 75% of the world are chronically dehydrated. And we already know majority of us are stressed. I mean, look at what we see on social media every day. Negativity, people dying, all this other shit. You can easily see a bunch of negative online. No wonder most of the world has issues and has stress. So Refocus Plus is a fantastic drink. Strawberry lemonade is the first flavor we ever released. Friday is release day, so make sure you go get your email in so you can get 20% off on Friday. Appreciate y'all as always. Let's get straight into the picks for today. So starting off, we're going to touch on some NFL. All right, we're going to touch. We have so much going on right now, man. We're going to touch on NFL. After we touch on NFL, everybody who's here for NFL, you can dip if you want at that point. But then we're going to touch on MLB and hockey. All right, because those are the three main things we got going on right now. All right, let's get straight into it. At the top of the list, Saquon Barkley under 18.5 rushing attempts has a 55.1 chance to hit. Positive 0.7 edge percent. So as always, we're at propsmadeeasy.com. Only $20 a month for this tool. You can join my premium Discord where I post my bankroll building DFS slips for PrizePicks and my Sharp plus EV straight bets for sites like Novig, ProfitX mostly, sometimes other sites as well. But you can join that with the link down in the comment section. Propsmadeeasy.com is exactly what I just said, propsmadeeasy.com. Go to it. It's only $20 a month for the tools you're seeing me use on the screen here. Absolutely amazing tools. Again, over here on Props Made Easy, we're looking for positive edge because any positive edge tells us that the odds that we're getting on this play, on this particular book, right, are better than where the odds are everywhere else. So if you look at the true odds, minus 123 among the sharp books, you are knowing that, okay, on PrizePicks, for an optimal slip type on PrizePicks is normally a 6-man flex. And when you're playing a 6-man flex, you're getting minus 119 equivalent odds on both sides on PrizePicks. So if the true odds, after you take the vig out, okay, after you take out the juice, which is what sportsbooks add to make sure they get profit no matter what happens, you take that out, you get to see their real true thoughts on a play and what they really think is going to happen on a play. All right, sharp books have this at minus 123, whereas on PrizePicks it's minus 119 on either side. You're getting that edge. So under 18.5 rushing attempts on Saquon Barkley is a great spot. Cortland Sutton under 4.5 receptions at a 54.9 chance to hit, 0.64 positive edge. Minus 122 true odds across the sharp books. Good spot for the under 4.5 receptions there. Jalen Hurts over touchdowns. Seems like every week it's good value on the over touchdowns. First 3 weeks straight, he got it. Last couple weeks, he hasn't. You got to expect he's due to get back in there. So positive edge there. Definitely like that. A lot of people are definitely liking that spot for him as well. Justin Fields under 7.5 rushing attempts at a 54.6 chance to hit. Positive 0.26 edge on this play. All right, so again, you're just looking for positive edges. A.J. Brown, over 23.5 longest reception at a positive 0.01. Very slight positive edge, but nonetheless, you have a positive edge on that play. So those are the best options that we have right there on PrizePicks for when it comes to EV, straight up. Now, when we look at line difference, NFL line difference is when the sharp books don't match the line that is on PrizePicks already. So Saquon Barkley over 102.5 rushing plus receiving yards is a 3 sportsbook differential due to sharp books having it at 105.5. AI simulation data, though, has it at 102.4, slightly under. So they do conflict. So it's completely up to you what you want to do. A lot of people who use Props Made Easy like to make sure everything is on the same page for them to check it in, because I mean you have so much data at your fingertips, and so you might as well utilize it on every pick you make. Garrett Wilson under 22.5 longest reception, -3 sportsbook differential. Sharp books are at 19.5, where AI Sim is at 22.06, which also is on the under. J.K. Dobbins under 70.5 rushing yards at a -2. Sharp books are at 68.5. AI Sims at 69.17. Again, both on the under. Justin Fields over 36.5 first quarter passing yards at a 2 sportsbook differential. We've got Sharp books at 38.5. AI Sim at 35.7 for the under. So they are conflicting in that one. Theo Johnson under 31.5 receiving yards at a -2 sportsbook differential. Sharp books are at 29.5. AI Sim at 30.59. So both are on the under there. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about. Like, you have so many data points, and everything's in order from the best to the worst. Now, we don't rank them by AI Sim projection differential. We're ranking them by where the sharpest books in the industry have the line compared to where the line is on PrizePicks. Okay, and overall, that is the #1 way you want to go. Now, if you want to add a little icing on the cake and make sure the AI Sim is on the same side as well, you can. Or if you want to make sure that their history over the last few seasons is on par, then you can. He's hit this in 64% over the season, last few seasons. So again, everybody can go about things whatever makes them most comfortable, but just make sure you're playing positive spots regardless. Okay, whatever boxes you want to check, go for it. You have all that data available for you at Props Made Easy. Take all the data you want in your favor, right? It doesn't hurt to have 4 or 5 different data points on your side. You feel what I'm saying? But #1 most important data point is going to be that comparison between the sharp books and where the line is, because those sharp books have every bit of data you can imagine implemented into their odds. You feel what I'm saying? So take advantage of all that. All right, so that's NFL. Let's switch over to MLB. Taking a look at MLB over on Props Made Easy, the over Matt Shaw hits of 0.5 at a 55.4 chance to hit. Positive 1.12 edge. The sharp books have this around -125. But again, on PrizePicks, -119 on either side. You're getting the edge here from Matt Shaw's over hits. Cam Schlittler, under 14.5 outs at a 53.9 chance to hit, is a -0.35 edge. So we only have one positive edge so far. All right, we only have one positive edge. And people have said before, like, why sometimes will an edge be one number and then change to another number? Because odds change. That's just the what happens in this industry, right? Odds are going to fluctuate based off of news. For example, let's say we have, I don't know. Let's say we have Anthony Davis in our lineups, right? And then somebody on the team is ruled out, right? His edge is going to get even higher as long as that line stays where it is, right? But for example, if we liked the under on a play, if everybody's in at the moment, right, and all the sharp books believe everybody's going to be in, and then a player's ruled out, players that we may liked an under on will get a bump for their over. You know what I'm saying? And that'll shift the odds. See, at the end of the day, though, all you can do is take what's available to you at that moment and lock it in and get that discipline going on that, okay? You don't want to add the stress of worrying about what's going to happen later. If you want to keep guys out of your bets that are questionable, go for it. If there's any questionable injuries information, go ahead. Just keep them completely out of your thoughts, right? But sometimes you just don't know. There can be spots where we like the over on a pitcher, and then later in the day, the weather shifts in that game, and it looks like it's going to be rainy, and the under starts being favored. Like, sometimes that can happen, right? But at the end of the day, don't stress it too much. Take the best plays where they are when they are, all right? So Matt Shaw is going to be the best version there. We got to look at NFL Goblins, by the way. So while we're doing that, let's do MLB, Demons and Goblins, and NFL. Let's tackle them both at the same time. All right, so we have a Demon at a 93% season hit rate. Now, we know how these playoff situations have gone, though. These pitchers are not pitching very deep at all. They're quick to go into the bullpen, okay? Quinn Priester, over 12.5 outs, is a 93% season hit rate. Now, remember, when a play is a Demon play, that line is already off of where Vegas believes. So the fact that the line's at 12.5, I would imagine the regular line is probably like 11.5 or something. I'm just winging that in my mind. I mean, I could find out for sure right now. Let me find out for sure right now just so we can have an idea. So with Quinn Priester, his usual line today for his outs is going to be, oh, they don't even have it up. All they have is his demon outs. So, yeah, so all they have available is the 12.5. But if you check other sites like a DraftKings or FanDuel and stuff, they're probably around 11.5. Okay, so you're not getting, off the jump, you're getting worse odds. Okay? But you have a huge 93% season hit rate you could take the shot on if you want to. Now, if you're in bankroll building mode, you don't need to worry about demons. Just lock in on goblins. Okay? Lock in on goblins. You have multiple solid options here. You've got Bryce Miller, Jamison Tyon, and again, you're going off high season hit rates. When it comes to goblins, they're great plays because they're already discounted lines off of where Vegas has them, so they're already great value in Vegas, from Vegas, right? So they're sharp bets regardless, right? And then you add in the fact that they've hit it 100% over the season. It's a good look. Bryce Miller over 11.5 outs is one of the guys you can add into your slips today. If you're bankroll building mode, this is one of the guys that you can add in. Jamison Tyon over 10.5 outs is another guy that you could add into bankroll building mode. Aaron Nola over 1.5 strikeouts, 100% that you could add into bankroll building mode. Quinn Priester's 11.5 outs is a goblin at 96%. So these three right here are the three I would prioritize pairing up to get your double up slips made for your bankroll builders today when it comes to MLB. Now, let me unselect MLB so we can just look at the NFL options. So the best goblins available for NFL right now, sorry guys, best options for NFL right now are going to be Devontae Adams over 39.5 receiving yards, has an 89.47 season hit rate over the last 2 seasons. When you look at season hit rate for NFL on our site, it's going over the last few years. I believe it's the same way for college football. All right? Devontae Adams over the last few years has over 39.5 at 89.47 hit rate. Garrett Wilson over 29.5 receiving yards at an 87.5 season hit rate. So these are all solid options. Garrett Wilson's over 3.5 receptions and his receiving yards are both good value. Calvin Ridley over 24.5 receiving yards. Aaron Rodgers over 0.5 passing touchdowns at an 85. So plenty of solid options. These top two are going to be your main ones, obviously. Devontae Adams over 39.5 receiving yards and Garrett Wilson over 29.5 receiving yards. Now, a lot of people shy away from stuff like this because they want the biggest win they can possibly have. Don't worry about those people. Let them do that and lose their money long term while you're just building that bankroll up, man. Before you know it, you're in a whole different bankroll bracket, and then you can start betting a little differently. Staying disciplined, obviously, but betting a little differently and open things up. But at the end of the day, we're in this shit for money. Whether you're profiting $10 every day or you're profiting $200, you're profiting regardless. I've seen people talk shit about people because they bet a few dollars and win like $5. Why? Like, what are you talking shit for? Like, the fact you're even talking shit on the internet means you're a negative bettor. This dude making $3 just now is more money than you've made long term. So, I mean, don't let that type of shit discourage you. Listen, who cares about how much money you're making? Just make it. That's it. Just profit. Stay consistent. Stay solid. And again, I do these bankroll builder slips all the time on my premium Discord because I'm really in this shit to help y'all build your bankroll. That's why we do the sharp EV bets only over there, and that's why we do only the bankroll building slips on PrizePicks. I'm not going to give you big-ass parlays. I'm not going to give you 6-man power plays, okay? That's just not what we're going to do, okay? We're a smart, sharp Discord over there. If you want to join that, you can, okay? The link will be in the description, all right? Let's take a look at NHL today, see what we got on tap. Kale Maker was a nice little hit yesterday to start the season out. Now, we once again, just like Maker was yesterday, right now we have one positive edge guy. We have Nick Suzuki under 0.5 assists at 55%, 0.92 edge percent. Minus 124 are the true odds among the sharp books for the under 0.5 assists for Nick Suzuki. If we look at him over the last season, he has hit this in 47.78%. So slightly under 50%. Most of the time like what is it, 53% of the time, he goes over 0.5 assists. But remember that the positive edge is the main data point you want to pay attention to. Because remember, the sharp books that make up this minus 124 are taking everything you can into consideration. Okay, they're taking every bit of information they have. Now, will they be wrong sometimes? Absolutely. Nothing in this world is 100% in this industry. Okay? But you have to stay with it. That's the point. The only people who don't benefit from positive edge betting and value betting, like on these DFS sites and doing it like this, are the people who quit because they lose a day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. Losing is inevitable. If you're quitting after a loss, like you're never gonna be able to do this. You know, you might as well just stop betting. And I'll genuinely tell people that. Like, if you can't handle a loss ever, then you shouldn't be betting. Or you should always be betting with an amount of money you're okay to lose and understanding that you got the next day. That's the way you should be going about this. One of the biggest things you can do is get your bankroll management together. And if you ever have questions, y'all, you can hit me up. All right, always hit me up, man. You don't have to hesitate. Hit me up, and I'll let you know what I think. All right, NHL Demons and Goblins to put with that Nick Suzuki play. Let's take a look. To pair up with Nick Suzuki, we got the Demons right there. We're going to look at Goblins, though. Leon Draisaitl again on his over points. Leon Draisaitl, man. He hit it again yesterday. When we look at the season, I mean, dude, 83% hit rate on this, averaging 1.5 points per game. It's a good, solid guy to pair up with that. I mean, it's a guy who's you're already getting a discount off his regular line. You're getting a solid discount here, right? And then the guy has an 83% hit rate over a season sample, which season samples are the only ones you should care about. Last 5, last 10, all that does not matter at all. Head-to-head does not matter at all. I mean, I've always encouraged y'all, look, if you want to just go, if you think these data points are so important, go ahead and make slips for a month using just head-to-head data and see what happens. Simple. If you want to see how last 5 works, just make slips with last 5 data. Go ahead. See what happens. I challenge you to do that. I mean, nobody's making profit doing that. There's not a single person, I assure you. I'm 100% sure. You're not going to make profit long-term going off last 5 data. Okay? If it's that easy, everybody's in fucking Hawaii right now on retirement chilling. You feel what I'm saying? That's not how it works. All right? Season sample goes off a bigger sample size. So, plain and simple. Get it in. All right? Leon Draisaitl over, and then the Nick Suzuki under assists is a good slip for NHL today. What else we got to check, y'all? Let's take a look at NFL touchdowns. NFL touchdowns. Jalen Hurts over 0.5 touchdowns is still one of the better edges over on PrizePicks. Minus 135 of the consensus sharp odds. You're getting minus 119 on either side on PrizePicks, obviously. Hurts on Fanatics is good as well. Hurts touchdowns is really loved. Saquon Barkley's after that. J.K. Dobbins over touchdowns is after that. But let's go ahead and go longer shots. Jackson Dart over touchdowns at plus 350 on Novig. Gives you a solid edge with his consensus being plus 290. Cam Scatabo over 0.5 touchdowns at plus 162 on Profit X. Giving you a 13.9 edge due to consensus being plus 130. Bo Nix over touchdowns at plus 280. You've got some solid spots there that don't feel like they should be that long. Devin Singletary over 0.5 touchdowns at plus 450. Tyrone Tracy Jr. over touchdowns at plus 426. So you've got some options. Let's look at the longest shot, deep long shots. Tyler Johnson over 0.5 touchdowns at plus 800 on DraftKings will be the biggest Vegas edge. But again, these are deep long shots. These are not going to be consistent options. You need to use favorites if you want the most consistent versions. All right, but Tyler Johnson, this is just like for fun, little quarter of your bankroll, little crazy slips that you make. Tyler Johnson over touchdowns at plus 800 against Denver at plus 650. You got to expect they're paying attention to other people and not Tyler Johnson. So he might be able to slip out and get him one. Who knows? But plus 800, again, incredibly long shot, but you're getting some good value on DraftKings at plus 800. All right, what else? Home runs? Home runs, and then I'll get out of here, y'all. Again, you have all this available to you at Props Made Easy, man. This tool is a no-brainer. $20 a month. Don't go fill your belly at Taco Bell and fill your pockets instead at Props Made Easy. I like that. I like that. Damn. I'm good at that shit, man. Nothing. They do not like giving us positive edge in the playoffs, do they? There has not been a positive edge. There's not been a positive Vegas edge home run call on FanDuel in a long time. Are any of these sites giving us positives? What about DraftKings? No. Negatives there too. So nothing very nothing's really doing it for us here, y'all. Honestly. Nothing's doing it for us when it comes to home runs. So, I mean, look, let's look at the most likely home run hitters though. Let's go to consensus. Let's go to odds, and I'll tell y'all the most likely guys to hit home runs. Shohei Ohtani's at the top when it comes to odds, but he's in the cold zone when it comes to the behind-the-scenes data, home run predictable stats. So we're going to skip that. Aaron Judge at plus 249 consensus is going to be your top home run predicted guy. Cal Riley, Kyle Schwarber are all going to be options that you can go with today. Giancarlo Stanton. All of these guys are solid options. All right? Judge, Riley, Schwarber, Stanton. Thank y'all for joining me as always. PropsMadeEasy.com. Only, oh shit, hold on. I didn't go to Game Center. Nothing for MLB. I'm going to go through it real quick. Let's select everything. When it comes to Game Center, the overall best options in front of us. Now let's do sharp and safe first, because I don't want to. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5 point spread on Novig at plus 113 is a positive 3.07 EV this weekend. Denver Broncos minus 7.5 point spread at plus 108 on Novig is a positive 2.92. And then the Cleveland Browns under 15.5 team total at plus 110 is a positive 2.29 expected value. Again, the sharp and safe filter filters out all the noise and only shows you the most consistent options, the plays that are going to be between plus 120 and minus 120, and not super long range crazy options. Okay, now let's look at just NHL real quick. You have the Ottawa Senators money line at positive 2.2 EV. Again, when it comes to Game Center and comes to game bets, you want anything over a positive 2 EV. When it comes to sharp picks, like plus EV picks, you want 5% or higher. All right? PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month. The link to my Discord I will have down below in the comment section. Refocus Plus, first electrolytes plus a mental clarity formula that tastes absolutely amazing. Coming from somebody who drinks it daily. Trust me, if this shit was gross, I would have never launched it. I would never be pushing this to y'all. This shit is delicious. You got to try it. It's dropping on Friday, October 10th. Go to refocusplus.com and enter your email so you can get 20% off discount code sent to you Friday morning so you can get it. All right? Thank y'all as always for joining me, man. Let's get this money. It's hump day. Peace.